Right, hello everyone, welcome to this live stream. We're going to be doing the daily outlook leading into Wednesday, the 18th of March, and just go over what we seen today on EU and DXY. So, if we start off on DXY, as I mentioned last night in yesterday's stream, there is a chance that we can have a stop run and then continue in bearish order flow, and we have seen that so far. So, if we look on the 4 hour, we had a stop run into, we traded into a 4 hour fair value gap. We had a run above this high and also this high here, and also into this 1 hour fair value gap. We then created a 1 hour order block because this is the up close candle, we closed below it. And as I mentioned to you guys, I wanted to see a return back into the order block and then continue lower. However, we didn't managed to get back up there. We just traded back into, well, just missed the new day opening gap, but we traded into the 1 hour fair value up there. So that was quite nice feedback for me going into basically London, New York session. That sort of confirmed that, okay, we are going to be bearish for the day. So what I was looking at on EU was, I literally just wanted entry like this. I wanted to enter on the order block and I was going to have my stops around this area. Obviously, it wouldn't have been at 2R, but I'll cover in a moment what I think going into tomorrow will do. And I think we're going to trade up higher into some of these highs up here. So, yeah, it was quite a clean day on EU and DXY. We were just unfortunate not to get any entry. So, literally, it's a stop run. 1 hour order block created, we just didn't get the order block created, and I won't enter all the way up here because the risk to reward, as you can see, even up here is a 1 hour. On the 15-minute, we had a change in order flow here, but then we just expanded and we didn't really get anywhere to enter. So, a bit annoying, but it's also fine and nice to see that it's playing out as expected. So, if we head to the daily now, so we'll start on DXY. On DXY now, we still have 2 hours 10 of the daily candle left, but it does look like we're going to close below Friday's low and inside this daily fair value gap. And from here, I do think we're going to push a bit lower. Where I am looking at price to come into is this back down into this sort of consolidation area, coupled with this daily inverse fair value gap and this daily fair value gap. And the reason why I am expecting us to basically trade lower is simply due to how we are now trading on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Now we have had our basically low risk sell. If you think about market maker models, this is your SMT reversal, you have your low risk sell. Now we can look for a redistribution short lower. So what I am looking for leading into tomorrow is we have a 1 hour week high here. I want to see us trade above this high and then we can head lower into, I will look for Thursday lows as the first target and then potentially even some of these lows down here. Obviously, I know we have FOMC tomorrow. We also have PPI as well. So the plan of action will be, I'll be looking for trades in London session, because what I've noticed is with PPI, we tend to have a London high or low of the day. And then for the rest of the day, we should expand in that direction. So if we get a trade in London, then that'll be fine. But if we don't, I won't be trading New York session simply due to us having the FOMC release at 6:30 p.m. UK time. So yeah, what I want to see for tomorrow is above this week high, potentially into this 4 hour inverse fair value gap. That will be the key level that I'll be looking to frame shorts off of, and then from there look for lower prices. I am also aware we are in this daily fair value gap, so there definitely is a chance we can go bullish from here, but simply due to how we are trading so far, I do expect us to head at least to the Thursday the 12th of March low on DXY. So yeah, that is my bias for DXY tomorrow. If we take a look at Euro, same sort of thing in Euro. So today we have obviously had another bullish day. We're gonna close, looks like we're gonna close inside the daily fair value up in 7 minutes time. So we've had a stop run, and then now we are trading back up higher. If we look on the 4 hour, what I am looking at now is for us to have a retracement. I don't expect this low to be in, and I do have a feeling this could be the low of the week. So today I'd want, well, going into tomorrow, I want to see a retracement. We do have, I think, is that a small? Yeah, we do have a small 4 hour fair value gap here, but I'm not really using that as a key level as such. So what I want to see is us run below this low on EU, and then we can look for higher prices up here. And where I'll be looking at us to target is this high here and potentially these highs up here. So definitely can frame a decent risk to reward from here. So yeah, please be ready for that during London. And like I mentioned, I'll only be taking the trade during London. If we don't get it through London, then I won't be doing anything until Thursday. So yeah, please just be up and ready for this. We do have this 1 hour order block and this 1 hour fair value gap. On the 4 hour as well, we have a breaker block now, because this was an order block that pushed price lower, and once we close above it, it's now a breaker block. So yeah, there's a definitely an area of interest around here. We also have this 4 hour inverse fair value gap as well that price can trade into. So somewhere below this low is what I am looking at, because we've had a stop run and then expansion. So now I want to see another stop run and expansion, because it looks we are going to close above the Monday high as well. So that is also a good confirmation for higher prices. So if we now look at USD CAD, as mentioned, I want to see us run lower here, then look for higher prices. But now, if DXY is to be bearish, I want to see us go lower on USD CAD, but it doesn't really have too much of an interest for me on the 4 hour. It's not really a focus. As you can see, we are in just a bit of a chop. It's not like EU and GU where we've had a nice clean movement. USD JPY, so at the start of today, we obviously had this daily bearish order block. We had a 1 hour stop run above this high at just before London session inside this 1 hour fair value gap. We obviously then traded lower from there. What I would want to see now is us run above these highs. So yeah, we have a 4 hour order block here with a 1 hour week high above it. So I would want to see us run above these highs and then look for lower. We can look for the Thursday the 12th of March 2026 low, and potentially some of these lows down here. That is what I'll be looking for on UJ leading into tomorrow. Obviously we're still in this gold trade, just a bit of a consolidation right now. I don't want to close or anything early, because as we all know on gold, we can consolidate and then all of a sudden, like here, consolidate and all of a sudden just expand out of nowhere. Same thing here, consolidate and then all of a sudden just expand. So we are still closing. It's going to be the second day in a row where we have closed above the 5,000 key level as well. So we're rejecting that. So tomorrow, ideally, I want to see us push up. But yeah, not much to do on gold. Euro pound, even worse. Look at that. So same bias still. I'm still expecting these lows to get taken out. We could have a bit of a push higher, maybe into this daily inverse fair value gap and then lower from there. But apart from that, it's a pretty quick and simple daily bias really. Charts look pretty clean for tomorrow. Want to see the pullbacks on EU and DXY. during London. If we don't get it during London, we will wait until FOMC is passed to even think about placing a trade. So does anyone have any questions or any charts they want me to look over? Obviously, these videos aren't always going to be massively long. Like, I'd rather just get straight to the point. We're looking for this. If it does this, we'll get in. If not, we won't. Because I don't want to waste your guys' time too much. But yeah, pretty frustrating day how we didn't manage to get an entry off the order block. One thing I want to just say is, I would have been bearish, looking more bullishness on DXY if we closed back inside the Monday's range, because then we would have hit a key level and had a reaction from it. But as you can see so far, we've hit the key level and we've not had any reaction at all. Like, we hit the key level nearly 9 hours ago, and we've not had any reaction at all from it. If anything, we've respected bearish PDA still and continue to trade lower. So that is why I am more inclined to bearishness, because if this level was to hold, I would have expected us to have a reaction today, and then FOMC could have continued the move going into tomorrow. But because we haven't had the reaction, I do expect us just to continue the moves lower. And remember, I said to you guys at the start of the week, when we have FOMC, Monday and Tuesday tend to expand, and also Wednesday. So what I do sort of expect is us to hopefully have a pullback and an expansion, and then I won't be surprised the rest of the week we sort of just chop around lower, and then leading into next week, that gives us a clear bias to basically sell short on DXY. Or we could reverse around this area and go higher, but as mentioned, I am looking for sells leading into tomorrow. So yeah, does anyone have any questions? If not, I will let you all go. I'm sure some of you are watching Champions League, I assume. Thanks, all good. Yeah, thank you all for coming on, guys, and I will speak to you all soon.